1. The 1965 Ford Falcon is a classic American compact car that represents an iconic period in automotive history. With a rebuilt 289 V8 engine, this particular example seems to be a well-maintained and upgraded vintage vehicle. The seller's description highlights several attractive modifications that enhance its desirability. A rebuilt rear end, front disc brakes, power windows, electronic ignition, fresh paint, and new chrome work. Priced at $15,000, this Falcon offers an attractive package for classic car enthusiasts. Its red exterior and gray interior provide a timeless color combination. The clean title, multiple previous owners, and the fact that the vehicle is paid off add to its appeal. The seller explicitly states there are no significant damage or problems, which is a positive indicator of the car's condition. The rebuilt 289 V8 is a notable feature. This engine was a popular power plant in many Ford vehicles of the era, known for its reliability and performance potential. The additional modifications like front disc brakes and electronic ignition suggest the car has been updated to improve its drivability and reliability, compared to its original 1965 specification. For potential buyers, this Falcon represents a well-preserved piece of automotive history, with thoughtful upgrades that likely improve its performance and usability compared to a completely original model. 2. The 1971 Cadillac DeVille represents the pinnacle of American luxury from an era when full-size sedans were kings of the road. This particular example is an exceptional find, with an impressively low 42,000 miles, suggesting it has been meticulously maintained throughout its lifetime. The single-owner history adds significant credibility to the vehicle's condition and provenance. Finished in a distinctive green exterior and interior, this DeVille offers a unique aesthetic that captures the bold color choices of the early 1970s automotive design. The seller's description emphasizes its originality, noting the car runs great with no rust, a critical factor for vintage vehicles of this age. The recent service and brand new tires indicate the owner has invested in keeping the car in top mechanical condition. Priced at $14,000, this DeVille represents excellent value for a classic car collector or enthusiast. The clean title, paid-off status, and lack of reported significant damage make it an attractive purchase. The all-original condition is particularly noteworthy, as many cars from this era have been extensively modified or have deteriorated over time. The 1971 model year DeVille was part of Cadillac's 8th generation, known for its substantial size, luxurious appointments, and powerful V8 engines that epitomized American automotive manufacturing of the period. This example appears to be a well-preserved time capsule of automotive luxury from a bygone era. For vintage car enthusiasts and collectors, this Cadillac represents an opportunity to own a pristine piece of American automotive history that has been carefully preserved and maintained. 3. The 1976 Chevrolet Nova presents an intriguing classic car opportunity with some notable characteristics and historical context. Priced at $5,500, this hatchback model offers potential buyers a glimpse into a well-preserved piece of American automotive history. With only 44,000 miles documented, the vehicle appears to have been sparingly driven over its lifetime. The seller's description reveals several important details about the car's condition and history. Originally a daily driver for an older couple, the Nova has been stored underneath a porch for over a decade, which can be both a positive and potentially concerning factor for vintage car enthusiasts. The V8 engine has reportedly been rebuilt as preventive maintenance, with an estimated 3,000 miles since the rebuild, suggesting mechanical care and attention. Aesthetically, the Nova has been resprayed with a clear coat to protect the paint, complemented by rally wheels that enhance its muscular late 1970s styling. The tan exterior and interior color scheme provides a period-correct, understated appearance typical of the era. The seller notes the car has been in non-operational status since 2016, but is periodically driven to maintain its condition. While this suggests careful preservation, potential buyers should be prepared for potential recommissioning costs and thorough mechanical inspection. With a cash priority sale and an open approach to offers, This 1976 Nova represents an interesting project or entry-level classic car for enthusiasts interested in a potentially undervalued American automotive icon. 4. The 1978 Chevrolet Corvette, priced at $12,500, represents a classic American sports car with potential for enthusiasts seeking an iconic C3 generation model. With 99,500 miles on the odometer, this Corvette has clearly been driven, but maintains several attractive features that make it an appealing classic car option. The seller describes a well-maintained example with notable performance upgrades. Powered by a 350 cubic inch small block Chevy SBC engine, the car features a mild camshaft and performance enhancements like Hedman headers connected to MagnaFlow exhaust, suggesting improved performance and sound. The transmission was last serviced at 88,000 miles and reportedly operates without slippage, indicating recent mechanical attention. Recent maintenance includes new rear trailing arm spindle and bearings, which addresses critical suspension components. The exterior is described as clean, while the interior is noted as decent. Most gauges function correctly, with only the oil pressure gauge being an exception. A new stereo is also part of the package, though it requires wiring installation. The red exterior color is a classic Corvette choice, embodying the sporty spirit of late 1970s American automotive design. At $12,500, this Corvette offers an accessible entry point into classic car ownership with signs of caring maintenance and performance enhancements. The seller indicates the car is ready to drive, suggesting it's not just a static museum piece, but a potential weekend cruiser or ongoing project for a Corvette enthusiast. 5. The 1962 Ford Fairlane, priced at $9,000, presents an interesting classic car opportunity with some notable characteristics and potential restoration needs. With an impressively low 29,325 miles documented, this vintage vehicle offers a glimpse into mid-20th century automotive design and engineering. The seller's description reveals both promising maintenance and a critical mechanical issue. Recent updates include a new gas tank, new tires, and a new battery, which suggest recent investment in the vehicle's core systems. However, the candid admission that the car needs a carburetor to become operational is a significant consideration for potential buyers. Finished in a classic white exterior with a contrasting black interior, the Fairlane represents a period-correct aesthetic that many classic car enthusiasts appreciate. The manual transmission adds to its vintage appeal, offering a more engaging driving experience compared to automatic models of the era. The clean title and paid-off status provide additional peace of mind for potential purchasers. The need for a carburetor means this Fairlane is best suited for someone comfortable with mechanical work or willing to invest in professional restoration. Priced at $9,000, this 1962 Ford Fairlane represents a project car with potential for enthusiasts who enjoy hands-on restoration and appreciate classic American automobiles from the early 1960s. Prospective buyers should budget for the carburetor replacement and potential additional mechanical sorting to return the vehicle to running condition. 6. The 1979 Ford LTD, priced at $5,000, offers a unique classic car opportunity with a compelling personal history. With an incredibly low 2,000 miles documented, this vehicle has been sparingly driven, primarily owned by the seller's father and then inherited by the seller himself. Mechanically, the LTD features a 302 V8 engine equipped with a new Holley 2-barrel carburetor, suggesting recent performance-oriented maintenance. The seller candidly describes the car as runs and drives but needs work, which is an important consideration for potential buyers. Notable aesthetic touches include American racing wheels with Ford logos and custom odometer gauges, indicating the owner's automotive enthusiasm. The black exterior and burgundy interior provide a classic late 1970s color combination. However, the seller transparently notes some significant condition issues: rust on the driver's side rear quarter panel and faded sport striping. Most critically, the car was reportedly damaged by another vehicle, which diminished the owner's motivation for further restoration. With a clean title and paid-off status, this LTD represents a potential project car for enthusiasts who appreciate originality and are willing to invest in restoration. The $5,000 price point reflects both its low mileage and need for work. Prospective buyers should be prepared for potential repair and rust remediation costs. The LTD offers an authentic glimpse into late 1970s American automotive design with a blend of originality and personalized modifications. 7. The 1984 Ford Mustang, priced at $15,000, represents an extraordinary custom-built performance machine with a fascinating backstory. With only 1,000 miles driven, this Mustang is essentially a high-performance automotive sculpture, meticulously crafted with a performance pedigree that honors the legendary Carroll Shelby's legacy. At the heart of this Mustang is a breathtaking 347 cubic inch stroker engine built by Krebs Engineering, a renowned small-block Ford specialist. The power plant is a masterpiece of engineering, featuring aluminum heads, forged pistons, an aggressive 11.5.1 compression ratio, and a Stage 3 trick flow camshaft. Dyno-proven performance figures range from 450 horsepower to a potential 500 horsepower, making this a truly exceptional muscle car. The seller's description reveals a passionate build with significant modifications. BBK headers, RPM intake, Holley Ultra 650 XP carburetor, MSD ignition system, and performance-oriented internals. The manual 5-speed transmission and manual quick-steer rack and pinion promise an engaging, precise driving experience. Aesthetically, the white exterior with red interior provides a classic performance car look. The seller candidly describes the paint as having a natural patina with a minor rust spot near the sunroof. The interior is rated 8 to 9 out of 10 and remains original. Notably, this Mustang lacks heat and air conditioning, positioning it as a dedicated performance vehicle. The seller's strict sales conditions, no trades, no financing, cash only, and no joyrides, underscore the car's special nature. Priced at $15,000, this 1984 Mustang represents not just a car, but a meticulously crafted performance art piece with a compelling automotive narrative. 8. The 1976 Ford Courier, priced at $4,400, represents a vintage compact pickup truck with significant mileage and a straightforward, no-nonsense approach to sale. With 300,000 miles documented, this vehicle has clearly been a reliable workhorse throughout its lifetime. The seller describes the Courier as running and driving well, emphasizing its enjoyable nature for local town cruising. However, there are some notable mechanical and cosmetic considerations. The original carburetor requires tuning, which is typical for a vehicle of this age and mileage. A cracked windshield at the top center represents an immediate repair need for potential buyers. Positive aspects include a clean title and current registration, which simplify the potential purchase process. The red exterior suggests the truck has maintained some visual appeal despite its high mileage. Compact trucks like the Ford Courier were popular in the mid-1970s as practical, fuel-efficient alternatives to larger pickup trucks. This example appears to be a no-frills, functional vehicle that could appeal to enthusiasts of vintage vehicles or those seeking an affordable, characterful work or project truck. The seller's firm pricing and lack of willingness to entertain "is it available" queries suggest a straightforward sales approach. At $4,400, this 1976 Ford Courier offers an opportunity for buyers seeking a potentially reliable, characterful vintage truck with some immediate maintenance requirements. 9. The 1966 Cadillac DeVille convertible, priced at $6,200, emerges as a fascinating vintage American luxury vehicle with a compelling blend of potential and preservation. This single-owner example represents a quintessential piece of mid-1960s automotive craftsmanship embodying the era's commitment to style, comfort, and mechanical robustness. Powered by the legendary 429 cubic inch V8 motor, this DeVille carries a significant mechanical heritage. The seller notes the engine and transmission are fundamentally sound, which is a critical reassurance for potential classic car enthusiasts. The powertrain's condition suggests the vehicle has been maintained with care throughout its 77,000-mile journey. However, the seller transparently describes the car as not running and requiring electrical system restoration. This candid disclosure is crucial for potential buyers, indicating the DeVille is a project vehicle demanding technical investment. The included wiring harness represents a valuable component for any restoration effort, potentially saving significant time and expense. Recent investments include a new carburetor, battery, and convertible top complete with glass and boot, all substantial upgrades that mitigate potential restoration challenges. These additions demonstrate the owner's commitment to preserving the vehicle's structural and aesthetic integrity. The white-on-white color scheme epitomizes the elegant design language of mid-1960s American luxury automobiles. Located in Houston, Texas, a region known for relatively rust-free vehicle preservation, this DeVille presents an intriguing opportunity for classic car restoration enthusiasts. The clean title and single-owner history add significant credibility to the vehicle's provenance. At $6,200, this Cadillac represents an attractive entry point for collectors or restoration specialists willing to invest time and resources into reviving a piece of automotive history. The 1966 model year DeVille convertible stands as a symbol of American automotive excess, featuring expansive dimensions, powerful V8 performance, and convertible styling that captures the optimistic spirit of mid-1960s design. Potential buyers should budget for comprehensive electrical system restoration and potential mechanical sorting to return this classic Cadillac to its former glory. This DeVille is not merely a car, but a time capsule waiting to be awakened, a project that promises both mechanical challenge and the potential for stunning automotive revival. 10. The 1981 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme, priced at $12,000, represents a meticulously maintained example of American automotive engineering from the early 1980s. With 81,000 miles documented, this vehicle offers a fascinating glimpse into an era of automotive transition, bridging the muscle car period and the emerging fuel efficiency design philosophy. Positioned as a premier mid-size offering from General Motors, the Cutlass Supreme of this generation represented sophistication and practicality for middle-class American families. The blue exterior likely reflects the subdued yet elegant color palette typical of early 1980s automotive design, signaling both understated style and reliability. The seller's description reveals significant recent investments that dramatically enhance the vehicle's mechanical and aesthetic value. A comprehensive list of new components suggests thorough recommissioning: new exhaust system, fuel pump and tank, headliner, brakes, calipers, brake lines, and rotors. These upgrades represent thousands of dollars in maintenance, effectively resetting many critical vehicle systems to near-new condition. Mechanically, the runs and drives description, coupled with a clean Texas title, indicates a vehicle that has been consistently maintained and remains roadworthy. The automatic transmission, standard for its era, promises comfortable and predictable driving characteristics, typical of American cars from this period. The early 1980s Cutlass Supreme occupied a unique market position, balancing size, performance, and efficiency during a challenging transitional period for American automotive manufacturers. Following the oil crises of the 1970s, these vehicles represented a more refined, economical approach compared to the massive land yachts of the previous decade. At $12,000 and open to offers, this Oldsmobile presents an intriguing opportunity for classic car enthusiasts, collectors interested in pristine preservation, or individuals seeking a distinctive vintage vehicle with demonstrable mechanical care. The seller's serious inquiries only stance suggests a commitment to finding the right, appreciative owner. 11. The 1972 Ford Gran Torino, priced at $4,500, emerges as a captivating piece of American automotive heritage, representing the pinnacle of mid-size muscle car design during the early 1970s. With 110,000 miles documented and only 2 owners throughout its lifetime, this vehicle offers a compelling narrative of preservation and potential automotive revival. Finished in a distinctive green exterior and interior, this Gran Torino embodies the bold color aesthetics characteristic of early 1970s automotive design. The monochromatic color scheme suggests an original, unmolested example that has maintained its period-correct visual character, appealing to classic car enthusiasts and collectors who appreciate authenticity. Powered by the legendary 351 Cleveland V8 engine, a power plant renowned for its robust performance and tunability, this Gran Torino represents a significant era in Ford's muscle car lineage. The seller's description indicates a vehicle that has received substantial recent attention, with all new parts, and a transmission that shifts perfectly, suggesting meaningful mechanical investment. The seller's candid admission that the car just needs some TLC implies potential cosmetic or minor mechanical refinements remain. New tires represent a practical, immediate upgrade that enhances both safety and drivability. The paid-off status and two-owner history further contribute to the vehicle's appeal, suggesting consistent, likely careful ownership. The Gran Torino, immortalized by popular culture through movies and television, holds a special place in automotive nostalgia. Produced during a transitional period for American automotive design, these vehicles represent the final flowering of the muscle car era before increasing emissions regulations and fuel economy concerns dramatically transformed automotive engineering. At $4,500, this Ford Gran Torino offers an accessible entry point into classic car ownership. The combination of a robust Cleveland V8, recent mechanical refreshing, and a clean, original aesthetic makes it an attractive prospect for enthusiasts seeking a project car with solid fundamental characteristics. This isn't merely a vehicle for sale, it's a rolling piece of automotive history. The Gran Torino represents an era of American manufacturing when performance, style, and mechanical durability converged. For the right buyer, this car offers not just transportation, but a tangible connection to a transformative moment in automotive culture. Potential purchasers should approach this Gran Torino as both a potential daily driver and a restoration project, appreciating its historical significance, mechanical potential, and the opportunity to preserve a quintessential piece of American automotive design from the early 1970s. 12. The 1953 Plymouth Cambridge, priced at $7,000, represents a rare and captivating slice of mid-20th century American automotive history, offering an extraordinary glimpse into post-World War II automotive design and manufacturing. With an astonishingly low 13,000 miles documented, this sedan emerges as a potential time capsule of 1950s automotive engineering, presenting an unparalleled opportunity for classic car enthusiasts and collectors. Finished in a classic blue exterior, this Cambridge embodies the subdued yet elegant design language prevalent in early 1950s American automobiles. The manual transmission, specifically a 3-on-the-tree configuration, represents a mechanical arrangement that has largely disappeared from modern automotive landscape, offering an authentic driving experience that connects operators directly to automotive heritage. The seller's description highlights several critical aspects of the vehicle's condition. The inline 6-cylinder engine, a hallmark of reliable mid-century engineering, reportedly fired right up, an encouraging indication of mechanical preservation. The candid disclosure of a minor brake reservoir leak demonstrates transparency, suggesting the vehicle requires some nuanced maintenance, but remains fundamentally sound. Plymouth, a division of Chrysler during this era, was known for producing reliable, affordable vehicles that represented practical transportation for middle-class American families. The 1953 Cambridge model specifically symbolized a transitional period in automotive design, bridging the utilitarian vehicles of the post-war era with the more stylized automobiles of the mid to late 1950s. The manual 3-on-the-tree transmission, where the gear shift is mounted on the steering column, represents a fascinating mechanical artifact. This transmission type required genuine driver skill and engagement, offering a stark contrast to modern automatic transmissions and providing an interactive driving experience that many enthusiasts find deeply appealing. At $7,000 and open to offers, this Plymouth Cambridge presents an accessible entry point into serious vintage automotive collecting. The combination of remarkably low mileage, reportedly functional mechanical systems, and a classic design make it an intriguing proposition for collectors, restorers, and automotive historians. This isn't merely a vehicle for sale, it's a mobile museum piece that encapsulates a specific moment in American manufacturing and cultural history. The Cambridge represents an era of automotive design characterized by simplicity, durability, and a direct connection between machine and operator. 13. The 1967 Mercury Cougar, priced at $14,000, emerges as a quintessential example of American automotive excellence during the golden age of muscle cars and personal luxury vehicles. Positioned as Mercury's elegant response to the Ford Mustang, this first-generation Cougar represents a sophisticated fusion of performance, style, and mid-1960s design philosophy. Finished in a striking red exterior with a contrasting black interior, this Cougar embodies the dramatic visual aesthetic that defined automotive design in the late 1960s. The color combination suggests a vehicle that was not merely transportation, but a statement of personal style and performance aspiration. Powered by the robust 289 cubic inch V8 engine, a powertrain renowned for its reliability and performance potential, this Cougar represents a mechanical sweet spot in Ford's automotive engineering. The automatic transmission provides smooth, effortless power delivery characteristic of luxury personal coupes of the era. The seller's description highlights recent investments that enhance the vehicle's appeal. New rims and tires, along with fresh interior carpeting. These upgrades suggest a commitment to both aesthetic preservation and mechanical renewal, indicating a vehicle that has been thoughtfully maintained and modernized. A clean title and paid-off status further validate the vehicle's desirability, offering potential buyers a straightforward acquisition process. The absence of reported significant damage aligns with the Cougar's apparent well-preserved condition. The Mercury Cougar, introduced in 1967, represented a more luxurious alternative to the Ford Mustang, targeting buyers seeking refined performance with additional comfort and styling sophistication. This first-generation model, produced from 1967 to 1970, is widely considered the most collectible and aesthetically pure iteration of the Cougar lineage. At $14,000, this Cougar presents an attractive opportunity for classic car enthusiasts, collectors, and individuals seeking a distinctive vintage vehicle that combines mechanical simplicity with timeless design. The combination of a potent 289 V8, recent mechanical and aesthetic upgrades, and a clean title make it a compelling proposition. 14. The 1972 Ford Mustang Grande, priced at $14,000, represents a pivotal moment in the evolution of America's most iconic pony car, capturing the essence of automotive design during a transformative period in muscle car history. As part of the third generation of Mustangs, this Grande model embodies a unique blend of luxury, performance, and styling that distinguished itself from the more Spartan performance-oriented variants. Finished in a sophisticated blue exterior and interior, this Mustang showcases the monochromatic color trends of the early 1970s, offering a cohesive and elegant aesthetic that speaks to the design sensibilities of its era. The Grande trim level specifically targeted buyers seeking additional comfort and refinement beyond the standard Mustang offering, positioning itself as a more luxurious personal luxury coupe. Powered by the legendary 351 Cleveland V8 engine, this Mustang carries a power plant renowned for its robust performance and mechanical durability. The Cleveland variant of Ford's small block V8 represented a pinnacle of engineering, offering a compelling balance of power, reliability, and potential for modifications that made it a favorite among enthusiasts. The seller's description highlights several compelling features that enhance the vehicle's appeal: automatic transmission, air conditioning, power steering, and power brakes. These options represent significant comfort and convenience upgrades for the early 1970s, transforming the Mustang from a pure performance vehicle to a more versatile, everyday driver. Positioned at $14,000 and open to offers, This Mustang Grande presents an attractive opportunity for classic car enthusiasts, collectors, and individuals seeking a distinctive vintage vehicle that bridges performance and luxury. The combination of the desirable 351 Cleveland engine, comprehensive comfort options, and the Grande trim level make it a particularly interesting example of early 1970s automotive design. This isn't merely a car for sale, it's a rolling piece of automotive history that captures a nuanced moment in the Mustang's evolution. The 1972 model year represents a transitional period when muscle cars were beginning to adapt to increasing emissions regulations and shifting consumer preferences, making this example a fascinating historical artifact. 15. The 1959 Ford Custom 300, priced at $9,500, represents a remarkable automotive time capsule that encapsulates the pinnacle of late 1950s American automotive design, a period characterized by unprecedented creativity, optimism, and technological innovation. With 86,000 miles documented, this vehicle offers a tangible connection to an era defined by dramatic styling, expansive automotive dimensions, and a cultural zeitgeist of post-war prosperity. Finished in a classic white exterior, this Custom 300 embodies the quintessential design language of late 1950s Ford vehicles, an aesthetic marked by sweeping lines, prominent chrome detailing, and architectural styling that seemed more inspired by aerospace design than traditional automotive conventions. The white color scheme suggests a pristine, well-preserved example that has maintained its original visual character. The automatic transmission represents a technological marvel of its time, symbolizing the increasing sophistication of American automotive engineering. Ford's transmission systems of this era were renowned for their durability and smooth operation, offering drivers unprecedented comfort and ease of use compared to earlier manual configurations. The seller's remarkably concise description, "Runs good, any questions let me know," suggests a refreshing directness and confidence in the vehicle's fundamental mechanical soundness. This brevity implies a car that requires little explanation, letting its mechanical integrity and historical significance speak for itself. Positioned in the Ford lineup as a more affordable family-oriented model, the Custom 300 represented practical transportation with a generous dose of 1950s styling exuberance. This was an era when automotive design was less about efficiency and more about making bold statements, expressing individual personality, and celebrating technological progress. At $9,500 and paid off, this Custom 300 presents an accessible entry point into serious vintage automotive collecting. The combination of a reportedly functional mechanical system, classic design, and historical significance make it an intriguing proposition for collectors, historians, and enthusiasts seeking a tangible piece of automotive Americana. This isn't merely a vehicle for sale, it's a mobile museum piece that encapsulates a specific moment of cultural and technological transformation. The 1959 Ford Custom 300 represents an era of unbridled optimism, where automobiles were seen as symbols of progress, freedom, and individual expression. Potential buyers should approach this Custom 300 as both a potential restoration project and a significant historical artifact. The vehicle offers an opportunity to preserve a piece of automotive heritage, potentially returning it to its original condition or maintaining its current charming, slightly weathered character. 16. The 1981 Cadillac Eldorado, offered at $15,000, stands as a remarkable example of American luxury from the early 1980s, representing Cadillac's interpretation of personal luxury during a transformative period in automotive history. With 67,000 documented miles, this Eldorado presents itself as a well-preserved time capsule from an era when Cadillac was redefining luxury in response to changing market demands and efficiency requirements. The exterior's green finish paired with a white interior creates a distinctive color combination that epitomizes early 1980s luxury car aesthetics. This color scheme, popular during the period, reflects the more subdued yet elegant approach to luxury car design that emerged in the wake of the 1970s energy crisis, moving away from the chrome-laden excess of previous decades. Under the hood, this Eldorado would have featured Cadillac's powertrain of the era, coupled with an automatic transmission designed to deliver the smooth, effortless operation expected of a premium luxury vehicle. The front-wheel drive configuration, a hallmark of the Eldorado line, provided superior traction and interior space utilization compared to traditional rear-wheel drive luxury cars. At 67,000 miles, this Eldorado suggests careful use and maintenance over its 4 decades of existence. The relatively low mileage for a vehicle of this age indicates it may have been preserved as a special occasion car rather than subjected to daily driving duties, potentially contributing to its preservation. The paid-off status simplifies the acquisition process, offering a clean pathway to ownership for collectors and enthusiasts interested in preserving a piece of American luxury car history. The $15,000 asking price positions this Eldorado in an interesting space within the classic car market, reflecting both its historical significance and its condition. This particular Eldorado represents more than just transportation. It's a rolling testament to a pivotal moment in automotive history when American luxury manufacturers were adapting to new market realities while striving to maintain their distinctive character. The 1981 model year marked a period of significant transition for Cadillac, as the brand worked to balance traditional luxury expectations with modern efficiency requirements. For potential buyers, this Eldorado offers an opportunity to own a piece of automotive history that bridges classical American luxury with the beginning of the modern era. Its combination of relatively low mileage, distinctive color combination, and historical significance makes it an intriguing proposition for collectors and enthusiasts who appreciate the unique characteristics of early 1980s luxury cars. 17. The 1974 Dodge Dart Sport, offered at $7,500, presents an intriguing blend of classic Mopar engineering and thoughtful performance modifications. With 100,000 miles on the odometer, this particular Dart represents an honest survivor that combines period-correct charm with enhanced performance potential, though it does require attention to rust issues. The black exterior creates a purposeful appearance, fitting for a vehicle that's been modified with performance in mind. However, let's address the elephant in the room directly. The seller notes rust in the floors and trunk, an important consideration for any potential buyer. This kind of transparency about rust issues is crucial for understanding the true condition and potential restoration needs. What makes this Dart particularly interesting is its modified 225 cubic inch engine, enhanced with a Clifford intake manifold, headers, and a Holley 390 4-barrel carburetor. These modifications suggest a thoughtful approach to improving the traditionally modest Slant 6's performance capabilities. The dual exhaust system likely gives this Dart a distinctive sound that sets it apart from stock examples. The 5-speed manual transmission with a Hurst shifter represents a significant upgrade from the original gearbox, offering better gear spacing and improved highway cruising capability. Combined with the Posey traction rear end, this drivetrain setup suggests a car built for both performance and practicality. The presence of functioning cold air conditioning is a notable luxury for a vehicle of this vintage, especially one with performance modifications. This feature significantly enhances the car's usability in modern driving conditions. The American racing wheels wrapped in white letter tires complete the period-correct performance aesthetic. At $7,500, this Dart Sport requires a realistic approach to ownership. The rust issues in the floors and trunk will need addressing to ensure the car's long-term preservation. However, the mechanical upgrades and functioning systems, including the AC and all lights, suggest a vehicle that's been maintained and improved despite its cosmetic challenges. The seller's willingness to consider trades for 1960s 72 vehicles indicates an enthusiast owner who understands classic car values and the market. This flexibility in transaction type might present interesting opportunities for potential buyers with suitable trade vehicles. 18. The 1979 Chevrolet El Camino Designer Series, priced at $15,000, represents a fascinating blend of utility and style from the late 1970s. With 69,000 documented miles, This unique vehicle combines the practicality of a pickup with the comfort of a passenger car, exemplifying General Motors' innovative approach to vehicle design during this era. The black exterior paired with a tan interior creates a sophisticated color combination that highlights the designer series' upscale aspirations. This special edition El Camino showcased Chevrolet's attempt to add luxury appeal to their utility-focused vehicle, setting it apart from standard models with distinctive trim and interior appointments. The powertrain configuration is particularly noteworthy, featuring a Chevrolet 350 V8 engine mated to a Muncie 4-speed manual transmission. This combination represents one of the most respected and sought-after powertrains of the era. The Muncie 4-speed, known for its durability and precise shifting, adds a significant sporting element to the El Camino's character, making it more engaging to drive than automatic-equipped versions. At 69,000 miles, this El Camino suggests careful use over its lifetime, and the seller's description of very good condition indicates a well-preserved example. The relatively low mileage for a vehicle of this age suggests it may have been preserved as a special occasion vehicle rather than subjected to the heavy workload these vehicles were capable of handling. The Designer Series trim level represented Chevrolet's response to changing market demands in the late 1970s, when buyers increasingly sought vehicles that combined utility with luxury appointments. These models typically featured upgraded interior materials, special exterior trim, and additional comfort features that set them apart from standard El Caminos. At $15,000, this El Camino positions itself in the market as a preserved example of a unique automotive concept. The seller's firm "no trades" stance suggests confidence in the vehicle's value and condition, indicating a clear understanding of its place in the classic car market. The presence of the 350 V8 engine offers excellent potential for both reliability and performance. This power plant is well supported by the aftermarket, making maintenance and potential upgrades straightforward. The Muncie 4-speed transmission adds a layer of driver engagement that makes this El Camino more than just a stylish hauler. It's a genuine driver's vehicle. 19. The 1974 Plymouth Duster, offered at $9,000, presents itself as an honest example of Mopar's popular compact muscle car, showing both preservation and transparency in its current condition. With approximately 100,000 miles and just 2 owners in its history, this Duster represents a largely original piece of American automotive heritage, with some notable modifications and needs. Let's be direct about both the strengths and areas requiring attention. The body, described as being in very good condition, wears a Richard Petty blue paint job from a previous owner. However, the seller honestly notes the presence of orange peel in the finish, indicating a paint job that may not meet show quality standards but maintains a driver quality appearance. The interior presents an interesting mix of original and modified elements. The seller candidly acknowledges that the headliner is missing and the front seats appear to be non-original. This kind of honesty helps potential buyers understand exactly what they're considering. The rest of the interior is described as clean and functional, suggesting a well-maintained cabin despite these changes. One of the most intriguing aspects of this Duster is the included original parts. The seller notes that cosmetic engine upgrades have been made, but importantly, all original components, down to the hoses, are preserved in boxes in the trunk. This consideration for originality adds significant value for potential buyers interested in returning the car to stock condition. Mechanically, the car is described as reliable enough to drive anywhere you want to take it, though the seller honestly discloses a starting issue. The starter is noted as potentially needing replacement due to inconsistent engagement, a common and relatively straightforward fix for these vehicles, but one that should be factored into the purchase consideration. The inclusion of service records and parts receipts from the previous owner adds credibility to the vehicle's history and maintenance. This documentation helps validate the car's story and provides valuable insight into its care over the years. 20. The 1962 Mercury Comet, offered at $5,000, presents itself as a high-mileage survivor from the early 1960s compact car revolution. With 170,000 miles on the odometer and 2 owners in its history, this Comet represents a living piece of American automotive history, positioned at an accessible price point for classic car enthusiasts. The white exterior paired with gray interior reflects a conservative color combination typical of early 1960s Mercury design. At this mileage and age, potential buyers should expect appropriate patina and wear consistent with 6 decades of use, even though the seller reports no significant damage or problems. Mechanically, the seller's straightforward description: good motor and transmission runs, perfect car runs, great no mechanical issues, suggests basic functionality, though buyers should approach such claims with realistic expectations for a vehicle of this age and mileage. The presence of an automatic transmission aligns with the Comet's original positioning as Mercury's upscale compact offering. The clean Florida title and paid-off status simplify the purchasing process, while the 2-owner history suggests a degree of care and consistency in ownership rather than multiple transitions between different hands. This documented lineage adds credibility to the vehicle's reported condition. At $5,000, this Comet positions itself as an entry-level classic car opportunity. The price point suggests a driver-quality vehicle rather than a showpiece, offering an affordable way to experience classic car ownership without requiring a substantial initial investment. The 1962 Comet represented Mercury's sophisticated approach to the compact car segment, offering more refinement than its Ford Falcon cousin, while maintaining mechanical simplicity. These vehicles were built during a transitional period in American automotive design, bridging the flamboyant 1950s with the more subdued aesthetics of the mid-1960s. This particular Comet's high mileage actually speaks to the fundamental durability of these early Mercury compacts. The fact that it remains operational after 170,000 miles demonstrates the basic soundness of its engineering and construction. However, potential buyers should anticipate ongoing maintenance requirements typical of any vehicle from this era.